Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video on Ethereum. First of all, want to wish you all a great weekend, of course. It's been a busy week, so make sure to enjoy that weekend, that way you're also sharp and you're ready for next week, which next week is most likely going to be very volatile and very intense again, so be ready for that. But for now, let's talk about Ethereum. We're going to do a full update on my video yesterday, which we need to do, and then we'll also zoom in a little bit more, right? Because at this point of time, Ethereum is still at that level at 3,600, 3,500. For the past 2 or 3 days, I've always said, you know, that's the main area where I expect a pullback. Have we had a pullback from that level so far? I would argue no. I mean, if this is a pullback, it would be very easy for me to say we're going to get a pullback somewhere, right? Because this is barely a reaction, which is in itself, on the higher time frames, getting such a weak reaction from such a major resistance level is good news, right? And that is it's good to be aware of that, right? I mean, if you're going to get a very weak reaction to a level where price would normally get a pretty strong rejection or reaction, but in this case a rejection, then that's good news. But short term, I must say that I will still stick with my analysis that I do think it's most likely we're going to pull back from here over the course of the next couple of days. Now, obviously, right now it's weekend, right? So volume is decreasing, which is also what you can see right here. So that is short term, like that's not bearish. Like volume decreasing is normal. And if you take a look at XRP, like it's also still, or Ethereum, my apologies. It's also respecting the imbalance we left right here on Friday morning very well. So ultimately, ETH seems quite stable for now. However, I just cannot get over the fact that we have all these imbalances to the downside, and so far ETH has almost filled none of the imbalances, right? I mean, we also had a massive imbalance right here towards 2,800. Well, of course, that's unlikely to get filled, but then you have a lot of imbalances that are left unfilled. And then we are at still a major resistance level. And then right now the momentum is decreasing, right? And like I said, momentum decreasing is normal, but the momentum was already decreasing from Thursday to Friday. So that's why, especially over the course of the weekend, when volume and liquidity dries up, it actually becomes a possibility, and it becomes more likely, and it becomes easier to push the price down lower, fill those imbalances, and then continue to rally up. Because do I expect Ethereum to rally up higher? Yes, I do. I think the fundamentals and I think the technical momentum we have seen over the course of the last 2 weeks is so strong that I do expect more, right? I mean, historically, if you go back in time for Ethereum, every time that we had momentum like this, we actually did push up higher. I just think it's more likely on the short term that we will pull back from this, right? And that we will at least fill those imbalances right here towards 3,300, 3,200. At this point of time, as long as the fundamentals, as long as the news remains relatively stable, I think we're going to be able to hold that. And I think from there, we're going to be able to break up higher into $4,000. I'll keep you updated on that though, because this does depend on how strong of a reaction we get at 32 and 3,300. But for now, I still think that's most likely. Like I said, for multiple reasons. First of all, decreasing momentum. Second of all, opportunity. I think the main opportunity to actually do something like this with whales or market makers lays in the next 2 days. And then outside of that, technicals, imbalances. Imbalances tend to get filled. Some of them have been filled. Most of them have not. I think we're going to fill at least some of them. But I'll keep you updated on this. Like I said, on the higher time frames, I'm definitely still bullish on Ethereum. I just think short term, this is not the area to buy. All right, but those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.